Hello Aquarius, this is Kat's Real Life Mystic Tarot, and I'm here to do a bonus reading for you. I'm doing it in the form of a pick a card reading, so we can get kind of a little bit more personalized general reading for Aquarius for November 2019, but can be for any time, as it's a kind of a pick a card. What I suggest, these are the three piles, 1, 2, and 3. And I don't know if you guys probably have your own method of choosing a pile, but my method is I learned it from a jeweler who would watch the eyes of a woman. Let's say the husband or future husband and wife are coming in to buy a ring. And he'd watch her eyes, and where her eyes would linger, which ring that she really wanted. Regardless of price or whatever. Maybe she likes the most expensive one. I don't know. But anyways, her eyes keep lingering and keep pulling towards the one that she wants. And that's what I kind of use when I do a pick a card, is just, where do my eyes want to pull me? Where do I linger? Which cards kind of keep drawing me? And that's how I typically do it. So, but everybody has their own method of choice. So yeah, just if you need more time to choose your pile, then go ahead and push pause. But otherwise, I'm going to get started. Again, this is 1, 2, and 3, and I'm going to start on 1. Okay, so what I'm doing here is this is the environment that you find yourself in, or the situation at question. And basically with deep freeze, I'm seeing you kind of stuck, feeling very stuck. Like you, let's say, for instance, you're looking for a new job, but all the doors seem to be closing. You go to the interview and it seemed like it went great, but you didn't get the job. Or you have a date with someone and you think it may go forward, and it doesn't go forward. Just being stuck, and you're like, what am I doing wrong? What could possibly be happening? And what this card really means is that Spirit is kind of forcing you into not an isolation, but a time where you can rest. The need, because something is coming up for you, something important is coming up for you, but you need time to rest, recuperate, be with yourself, centered, all of those things. So that's really the impetus for what is happening to you in your life right now. So, and then the second card I draw is just forces on your life, either yourself or someone else, personalities basically in your life. So someone in your life or yourself is embodying kind of a childlike energy. Someone who's kind of silly, might be a prankster, can be goofy, here today, gone tomorrow, making jokes, having fun. So this is basically an energy in your life. I'm going to say it's for the better, a lightening up, as Aquarius is, and I'm an Aquarius myself. So many readers are, right? But we need lightening up sometimes. We need to have fun sometimes. We need to have a good belly laugh. And that's what it's being called for. So there may be someone in your life that can kind of, take you to a comedy, or just, make you laugh, being stupid, singing in the car, doing, watching comedies, getting buzzed, or being silly, like anything. Like you kind of need it right now, just a lightening up. Or it can be that you're that person, but you need to, go out there and act it out. So that's what's acting in your life right now. And then we have the vulture spirit. And the vulture spirit, this is your advice. And your advice is, it's about not discounting anything in your life as negligible, as not needed, as ugly or shameful. Everything has a value, experiential value. Everything is there for you, your understanding. So if while you're in this deep freeze, if things come up that maybe you're not proud of, or you're not, would rather just forget, it's asking that you use that. It's not garbage. It's something that can bring value to your life. And there's everything can be reused and used for your benefit. And it's also talking literally about recycling. So if you're recycling, or you're interested in recycling, or asking you to recycle, as simple as that, it can be to think about that, to conserve. Um, and there is a conservation of experiences as well. Like every experience is worth something. There's things you're just like, I just never want to think about that person again. You know what? Maybe you can, because there's some kernel of truth, there's some kernel of um, information for you that's going to make a difference in your life. So it is kind of asking you to see everything as valuable. In your relationships, I've got breathe. So I don't know if you've been actively looking for a relationship. Maybe if you're doing anything online and you're going through 50 different people, swiping or contacting or emailing, maybe it's time to just take a break from that. Like it's time to just enjoy life. And the funny thing is, you'll go to the grocery store and you're going to meet somebody. It's that type of thing. Like, it's just let it be. Don't feel rushed, hurried, overly concerned. Take a breather, relax, enjoy. Everything here is about try to enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. Don't run away from any past revelations. There's something important there for you. Don't be ashamed of anything. I mean, the vulture I was just showing you. Sorry, my camera's a different placement than I usually have it, so it messes me up. But anyways, the vulture, the vulture is known for eating carrion, and we think they're ugly, dirty birds. There's a tendency to think that, although they're very beautiful, actually, and in flight, they're gorgeous. But, think of all the other birds that eat carrion. The crows, the sparrows, the squirrels, everything that goes, we don't think badly of them. So here's the thing. Everyone does make mistakes. Everyone does things they're not proud of. All those things, they're experiences for you to learn from. If you did something you're not proud of, look at it, accept it, and then just, I'll never do that again. That wasn't cool. I'll never do that again. And let it be. And you won't. If you don't process it, you may repeat the situation. So just saying, that's the one. Other than that, it's more your advice is just have fun. Have fun. If there's someone fun and silly in your life, or kids, spend time with them. And the relationship, give it a break. If you're looking, give it a break. Or if if you are in a relationship and it's kind of been difficult, it's saying just breathe. You don't have to get your point across right now. You don't have to. Just meditate, let it be. It is what it is. Things kind of sort themselves out with time sometimes. Okay, and I'm going to put this one. There we go. So group 1 is finished. We're moving on to group 2. So in group 2, your environment is Ghostlands. So Ghostlands is a place of the past. Ghosts of the past. And here there's like, I don't know, it looks like a throne maybe? I don't know, where you can sit, and then obviously there's a type of time clock, and there's astrological symbols. It's reprocessing. There's a reprocessing of the past that you're going through right now. I think it's good that you're reprocessing the past, but it's also asking that you reprocess it in a way of understanding, kind of understand how things went the way they did in the past, and then move on from there. So this is a place you want to visit, but you don't want to live there. Definitely don't want to live there. So a place you're visiting that you don't want to live there. So the goal for you is to move on from this place with the value that you got from the place. So you can't leave unless you process it. You'll keep returning. So that's that, the Ghostlands. The people around you or yourself are the fairies of the future. So if you are kind of living in the past but dreaming of the future, thinking that the future, the point of spirit right now is you're missing out, because there is a here and now that that's being ignored, which will eventually be your past, and it looks like your future. So basically, it's saying, be here now. Really enjoy your moments, enjoy your life now. Don't think that when I have this car, or when I get this new job, or when this person is fired, I'll be happier. Any of those things. It's really about enjoying your life now. And so fairies of the future is kind of this kind of slippery ideas of the future. It's not really, I mean, the card itself really points towards enjoying your life now. Don't get caught up in ideas of the future, or fantasies of the future, or in nightmares of the past in the ghost lands. So there's somebody or yourself that's drawing you into future ideas. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit the thing. Future ideas. Future is great to plan for the future, but I think you're being asked, especially in November or right now, to be here now. Be here now. And your advice is, the abundant universe will provide. The abundant universe will provide. So it's about, if you're troubled a little bit by what could happen in the future, or what has happened in the past, this is reassurance to you that you're going to be fine. You have all the skills, talents, abilities. You have a marketable persona. So you are going to be fine. No worries. Spirit will provide for you. And it's abundant provisions. So it's not like scanty, it's abundant. So the advice is to try to enjoy what you have now. Be grateful for what you have now. Not over project into the future, or be upset about the past, grumbling about the past and wanting a different future, but enjoy what you have now. Things will change. I mean, that's the nature of life. Things will change, but right now you are where you are. There is something here that's related to ghost lands, and this is about your relationships, this card. And it's saying you're revisiting something that you've previously experienced. So you either could be with the same person and experiencing the same things, or you could be with someone that's very similar to a situation that you had in the past. And it's asking you to re-examine. Now, it's not saying this relationship is bad. What it's saying is, this time you want to take a look at how you contributed to how things worked out in the past. What was your contribution? Yes, they had a contribution too, and they may have been really in the wrong, but there was a contribution that you had as well. So it's asking that you examine that and maybe take a different tack. Now, I'm not saying this relationship will work out either. I'm just saying, like, you can approach it in a different way, and increase your experience, knowledge, your abilities in this way. And maybe, this relationship, but you are experiencing something that's very similar to your past experiences. So that's it for group 2. And now moving on to group 3. Spirit of place. Group 3. Okay, so you're in a place, and I just want to bring up, like, kind of, when you see a car, like the old car you used to have, or the apartment, you drive by the apartment you used to live in, and all these memories, and this, basically the spirit of place, come back, where you have this feeling of who you were then, this feeling of how your life was, even as a kid, like your old home, it gives you feelings. Well, this is asking you that the place you're in now gives you feelings too. Like, there is something you're creating in this place, and to be aware of this feeling that you're creating. And it seems like it's a beautiful feeling, and to really appreciate, the spirit of the place you find yourself in now, which is really a nice environment from my feelings of it. People around you or yourself, there's somebody that's kind of likes to open other people's horizons. Kind of the devil's advocate. Maybe you're playing the devil's advocate in other people's lives. Maybe you have somebody that's very, very stuck in their opinions and their particular views on things, and you want to shake them up a little bit, because you know, if you're very polarized, that probably you're missing out on some truth or something that's important to understand. You know, a lot of most things are shades of gray, not black or white. You know, there are different reasons for the way things go. So you may be a person that brings that out in others, like looks at it a different way. Even being an innovator, like you have a different way of creating something at work, and you should bring that out. I mean, and it's saying, you know, realize that this is something that you do. If someone says they're annoyed by this or whatever, that you're, you know, always taking the other side. Well, you don't need to always take the other side, but open the horizons. I mean, this is your gift in this sense, or someone else is doing this to you, where they're trying to open your opinions, open up your, you know, your singular focus. You know, if you have blinders on, they're trying to take them off, or you're doing that to someone else. So that's an interesting take on somebody in your life. And here we have the advice, and that's reclaim your power, Panther Spirit. And basically what we're talking about here is, okay, so you, and this is typical of Aquarius too, you have taken a job probably below your abilities, or you're working with people that have a hard time understanding you because you're thinking outside of the box. You're able to think beyond your situation. You may have a manager that doesn't understand what you're capable of, because you put your, that was my dog, sorry. She's knocked the thing. But what it's saying is, you've set your sights a little lower than where you could be. And this is asking you that now's the time maybe to push yourself a little bit forward, that show a little bit of your strengths, you know, that you're so capable of doing, because guidance is needed. You need to come to the forefront at this point. It's saying reclaim your power, Aquarius. You have something to offer. I don't know if what you have to offer is seeing another side of things, thinking outside the box, as the topsy-turvettes here, you know, how I was talking later. That might be a gift of yours. But it's saying, yeah, bring this out. Don't hide. You are a very powerful person. In terms of relationship, we have the tribe. So if you're in a relationship, I think this person is very good for you, because you kind of are on the same level, the same wavelength. I mean, I'm not saying you agree on everything, but you're at the same spiritual point possibly, and you can contribute a lot to each other. That's what a community does for each other, the tribe. It also can mean, if you're single, that you will find someone in a community that you're involved in, whether this is your neighborhood, this is a community online, this is a community, let's say, you know, you do some kind of sport or hobby, you have access to these people. There is someone in that area that you will feel that is your tribe. And when I say tribe, I don't mean tribalism. This person can be very different than you, but you're going to find kind of your soul tribe, and that's what it's concerned with here. And so this is a really good card for finding relationship with others, and multiple others. It's not necessarily just your you know, romantic relationship. So yeah, so that's about what I have for group 3. And let me just focus for a minute and see if we have a spiritual message. Any additional messages? Do we have any additional messages for Aquarius for November, or whatever time they're reading this? So Aquarius, I feel that there's something for all of you. You're getting ready or feeling a call. There is a call from Spirit to contribute to your community in a way where you can be an instrument for Spirit. There is a way that you can do that, whether as an advisor, even just in participating in your personality awakens things, makes people think, gives people ideas. There's some important, it may not seem important to you. You may even be doing it now, but there's something that you are contributing that Spirit encourages you to continue doing. You're being called upon for that. So if there's anything, I mean, just for you individually, if there's something that you're doing, and if anyone has ever told you that you're contributing or you're really great at or something like that, keep that in mind. Don't give it up. I think that this is important for you. There's something important for you there. Take care, Aquarius. And if you do like this, please give me a comment. I just started doing these. I don't know how they're going to go. And also, if you want to share or give me a thumbs up, subscribe, that'd be great. Thanks, Aquarius.